I know we talked about this in the video we did for my YouTube channel. You said something brilliant. It's that like attracts like. Here's this wounded person, but on some level, there's a wound in us that attracts that person to us. I wholeheartedly believe that. So if you can go in and kind of heal those wounds, you'll start, that will be reflected back to you on the outside right away, like immediately, you know?
Yeah. And that's the thing that I see, that there's no middle ground. So there's the divorce. I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this. I want a new life. And they go out and date, and there's no middle ground for them to heal so that they don't attract the same person over and over again. They think, which is natural, like we're human. So we say that didn't work, you know, and I'm going to go out and date and get somebody else. And I know what I don't want. But if you don't do the healing part, then you're just the cycle is just gonna repeat itself, because if the past isn't complete, then it'll repeat. So
so true.
Yeah.
So true. Oh my gosh. Yes. I found that for sure. I definitely wanted to take a couple years and heal and work on myself. I mean, I certainly dated here and there, but I knew I was not ready to jump into something serious until I actually did that work on myself. Then once I did, and I felt inspired to check out an online dating site. I heard that inspiration. This is something I've been putting off for over a year. One morning I woke up and nothing could have stopped me. I had just this strong impulse to do it. And then I started communicating with my partner now, Tom, 24 hours later. And then we met up the next weekend after that. And we've just been together ever since. So
I love it.
He is so different than any of the type of men I used to attract, like night and day. And he's just so amazing. But yeah, I definitely made the conscious choice to work on myself. That's another thing too, doing what I do. You know, would I have been seen as more valuable if I had been, you know, if I jumped in and married the first guy that came along right after? Maybe, you know, I get comments all the time like, what, you know, about that. But again, I didn't care. What my own real life felt like to me was so much more important than what it looked like on the outside. So I just kind of went on this self-love journey for a couple years and just, you know, posted videos about what I was doing. And right. And then when I was ready, I followed that inspired action. Right. And then met the most wonderful man.
Yeah. I hear a lot of, when you're talking, a lot of divine timing for you. Like the universe just totally lined everything up for you in just such perfect, beautiful timing that, thank God you didn't waste 20 years on that relationship and all of that. So I think that's so amazing and beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I think you're definitely right. Now that you mention it. Yeah, absolutely. Even though during those couple years when I was on I mean, it's not easy, you know, you second guess yourself sometimes, but yeah, once I decided to choose myself, it was like, it was just the best decision I ever made for myself. So I really encourage all the women out there to do that, to make that choice, take that step into the unknown, because there's just someone out there for you that is so perfect, right? Just the perfect counterpart who would never put you in a compromising situation, whatever it is you're experiencing right now.
I think that's the biggest thing that I'm hearing right now, Helena, but I am going to ask you, what is your takeaway? But what I'm hearing is, and I always say this, like, make yourself a priority. The biggest thing for me when I left my relationship was I finally stepped out of taking care of everybody else and what they needed. And I started to focus on Denise, what I needed in the moment. And that's when things started to quickly shift. You know, I started to enjoy life and do things. But the audience wants to hear from you. What is your biggest takeaway, or what's final words or some words of wisdom?
I love what you said. Oh my gosh. Something I talk about in that, I said it right when we started, let's not plug that book. It's not really important, but now I'm like actually quoting from it. Something I talk about in that book, Stop Attracting the Wrong Men So You Can Attract the Right One, is you attract a mirror image of your own masculine energy as a woman. So what you said that was so beautiful is like, when you choose yourself, when you prioritize yourself and you take care of yourself and you feel safe within yourself, then you attract that on the outside in the men that you're meeting and attracting, or, you know, in your partner, if you're in a new relationship and he's the right one, right? If you are not prioritizing yourself, valuing yourself, if you're abandoning yourself, you're going to attract and be attracted to men who will abandon you. If you are hard on yourself, you're self-critical, you're going to attract men who just make you feel like you're not quite good enough. I've just seen it happen across the board. If you're not committing to yourself, you will attract men who don't want to commit to you, right? It's just all encompassing. So super important. I love what you said, and I totally agree. You're attracting a mirror image of something going on within yourself. And so it can be so easy just to say, oh, well, all men are flaky or the commitment phobes or liars. But I like what you said in our video, you're the common denominator. And it's just not true that all men are like that. That's just what you're attracting or seeing out there in the world, because maybe there's a part of yourself that you're stuffing down and not wanting to face. So if you have a side of yourself that's deeply angry or full of rage, but you're kind of sitting on it and stuffing it down, you don't want to face that part. You're going to attract it on the outside. Yeah. So you can kind of love that part of yourself and hate that part of yourself out there in someone else. It's so interesting. We could do millions of videos just on that one topic, but that's kind of my last words of wisdom. It's all a reflection of what's going on with you. And that's not an opportunity to beat yourself up. It's an opportunity to empower yourself. And now you have this awareness. This was going on anyway, but now you have this awareness. So you can make some shifts within yourself and just immediately start attracting a totally different kind of man. So that's what my work is all about.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I know you have a gift for the audience. Could you share with us a little bit about your gift that you're offering them?
Yeah, so that's my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training. It's free on my website, helenahartcoaching.com. I'm sure you'll include a link. And that's, if you are at this place, you want to start off on the right foot. This will help you attract the right man for you, right? It goes into some of your subconscious drives. Like, do you tend to put a man on a pedestal and want to help him or prove yourself to him? There's all kinds of things that could be going on, but this will help you attract that right partner. Or if you're in a healthy relationship, it'll help, bring him closer than ever and just really deepen the intimacy between the two of you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your energy and your amazing message. It's been an honor to have you as a guest, Helena, to the Heal Your Heart, Find True Love After Toxic Love and Be Happier Now conference. And to you, the audience, thank you for being here and investing this time. This is your first step into making yourself a priority, right? Right here. You're doing it. So you're so worth it. Take advantage of Helena's gift. And I will see you on the next interview.